I'm sure by now many of you have at least heard of the EDP445 situation. That sounds like some kind of fucking Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg, but for those that don't know, EDP445 stands for Eat That Pussy. He was a big YouTuber. He had a huge online presence, and this week he was accused, and with a lot of evidence backing it, of being a pedophile, and with video evidence, him showing up to a meeting place where he believed he was meeting with a 13-year-old that was actually set up in very similar style to like a Chris Hansen investigation by a YouTuber, Predator Poachers. That name actually is shared by other people who hunt predators, but today this was done by one person or one group in particular, and that person, the big face behind it, is not a good person at all. And that's why I wanted to do this little intro here, because I want to make it clear that there's no heroes in this story. You can't root for the person behind the investigation of EDP. They did a good thing, but they're a shit person. The main guy behind Predator Poacher has had a lot come out about him recently, showing his prank calls to a BLM hotline where he just says the N-word. He said the N-word hard R multiple times. Believes he's like an edgy troll, but his trolling is just saying the N-word. Epic prank, and he's just not someone that I can really appreciate the work of. But he and his group were the ones that broke this story on EDP, who is a very bad person as well, who, with all of this evidence coming forward, which is pretty damning, have put together this whole case against EDP445. And today I watched it all on Twitch, streamed it with the community, so that way we could all be caught up on the internet lore together. I've heard it's really bad. So yeah, the general gist of it, EDP445, a huge YouTuber, very popular YouTuber. I personally wasn't super familiar with his work. I'd always heard his name though, stands for Eat the Pussy 445. So this came out a day ago, which was to hype this up. I think this is only reading text messages, and this is when he actually showed up. This is the only thing I've seen. This guy has a fucked up past. Like, even on this channel, apparently some videos that are still up from streams where he'd call BLM and drop the N-word to them or something. Like, he'd call organizations supporting BLM and just start dropping the N-word or some shit. Like, this guy is not a good guy.
So, everybody go subscribe right now. Go subscribe. And if you want to see the full chat messages...
I'm sorry to interrupt again. Another thing, the reason this video took so long for them to put out is because he wanted to wait for it to get full monetization. So that's why he kept hyping it up, and the reason why he kept pushing it back, because it wouldn't get full ads on it. So this guy's kind of a real piece of shit, if I'm being honest. Like, he does a good thing in the worst possible way.
And show interest.
Who starts a conversation like that?
You're old, so
what?
bit of talk.
Dropped a mean ass shit. Man, they say fucking chivalry is dead. This guy is suave. Now that is how you flirt. That's a good line for Tinder, I'd say. If you guys need any help on like your game, take notes from EDP. Dropped a mean ass shit. And then send an audio message. Do I have to go to the other ones in order to... He sent a picture of his shit? No fucking... Alright, hold on. Does this... We're gonna have to keep going back and forth. This is gonna be like an MLA formatted fucking research paper here with citations. For these text messages, if I want to see them uncensored, do I have to go to this stream?
For more people to...
So do I have to like cross-reference the uncensored versions with the stream here? I can't show a picture of literal shit on Twitch, but I need to confirm whether or not he sent a shit pic. That's very bold. Just ordered some pizza, about to fuck this shit up. Pizza sounds good. Hell yeah, I'm about to annihilate that shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! He sent a picture of his shit! Dropped a mean ass shit, and it's a full loaf. This man, he's sending shit pics. And that is not a healthy shit. That's very runny. There's no solid foundation of the stool. That is alarming, considering he just annihilated a pepperoni chicken pizza. He also sent his dick. Yeah, but that's not nearly as cool as a shit pic. EDP was breaking new grounds. They were only just starting to talk. It had been 2 days, I think. And then he hits her with drop a mean ass shit and then sends a picture of his toilet bowl with poopy in it. Yeah, I'd show the other video, but I'm worried of how many pictures of shit he might have sent. Like, what the fuck is this? Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, just having lunch. What did you eat? Tacos. That's cool, what are you doing? Just got done beating my shit. Now watching YouTube. Oh yeah, I just had some tacos. Also just beat the fuck out of my cock. What are you doing? Yeah, he sent a picture of his actual unedited shit. He didn't even put like a cute little emoji over it, so I'm a little concerned to show it. I think we're right here. How is this possible? I just went to a random point in here. How is the bathroom trip going? Going great. I'm fucking this bitch up. What the Are you sure he only sends one shit pic? Like, it seems like that's all they talked about was him shitting. I went a little too far. I skipped ahead in the lore. I was at 14 minutes, not 20. But I accidentally spoiled chapter 2 here, it seems. I like this part. Relax, I'm not a weirdo or anything. When literally 5 days ago he sent a picture of his actual shit in a toilet. No, we're doing both videos. The only reason I'm going back and forth is because these are censored and I want to understand how we got here. Oh, he seems bothered that she's 13, but then for some reason continues to talk. Oh, okay, here we go. So he has like a realization here. Not enough to go to jail over. Okay. So how does he continue to like fall for this then? I was eating a corn dog today and the bitch burned the roof of my mouth. I spit that shit out so fast. Alright. Just a little PSA, don't take pictures like this. These kind of pics just never really work. It's just kind of a weird pic. Make sure you get some good flattering angles. You don't need to put like a ton of thought into it, but just enough to know where it doesn't look like you're crawling under someone's bed. Where are you ticklish? On my back and stomach. If you ever want something from me, and you want it, the easiest way would be to tickle me. Okay. I hope you don't tickle me, that's my weakness. If EDP was a boss battle, tickling would be his weak spot. That'd be your DPS phase. One of these days, I'm gonna surprise you, put my hands over your eyes and be like, guess who? That's like the worst surprise ever. That'd be like the last way I'd want to be introduced to somebody. Ugh, this is so fucking weird. Want your first kiss to be enjoyable. This really does remind me of To Catch a Predator, like the chat logs that they'd show. So he was like super into nibbling on her ear and being tickled and shit. Started talking about sex, and then here he had a realization like, that's fucking illegal and wrong and bad. And now we're caught up. No, we're not. Oh my god, this is still not it. Cute little fingers. Oh, how did this... Okay, what? How did this happen? Literally, like 10 messages ago, he's like, this is bad. Can't do it. We can be friends. Cute fingers, by the way. So you want to have sex? I can go easy, of course. Wait. Nah, EDP doesn't go easy. He goes ultra nightmare mode. There's no slowing down there. Man's just a fucking machine. I honestly enjoy doing what my YouTube name says. Eating the pussy. Yeah. Munching down on those beef curtains, baby! Yeah, there you go, EDP. What's the 445? Just a random number I chose, nothing to the meaning. Definitely has meaning now. I think the 445 absolutely has meaning. The amount of years he'll spend in jail. Well, probably not. You guys, I didn't know this. I learned this the other day. You guys remember Jared Fogle? The guy who had like 15 quadrillion quabooble bytes worth of child porn on his computer, as well as like openly admitting to abusing kids. You know he only got 13 years in jail? Did you know that? I thought he got life imprisonment. This man had so much child porn they had to invent a new way of measuring how much he had. And he only got 13 years in jail. This had to be like a full-time job texting this guy. putting in 9 to 5 hours here on the text messenger. Can't wait to hug you and kiss you. On the lips. On the cheek. On the neck. And I'd kiss and taste you down there. The vagina. The old vagina. Man, EDP really does just have a way with words. I love to kiss and lick the top of the foot. I love the toes, actually. Huh. So I can lick and suck your boobs. Pretty incredible. How does it feel? Pretty incredible, to be honest. The nipples get hard and really sensitive. I'm telling you, this is a lie. EDP went full fanfic here. He didn't fuck a school teacher. He didn't suckle on her nipples. This doesn't sound like anything a school teacher would say. I'm gonna know more about EDP's fucking life than his therapist does. There's so many text messages. For a virgin, the vagina is tight. Oh, here we go. Getting a health ed course from EDP, the man who just sent a picture of his shit. Basically, when intercourse happens, the penis is stretching open the vagina and forcing those muscles to temporarily stretch apart from one another. That's where the pain comes from. Ah, yes. She should have quizzed him. And what exactly does the potassium pump do in the body, EDP? You seem very knowledgeable on anatomy and physiology. Can you complete my homework? You used the wrong form of your, EDP. Some teacher you are. Your body is full of excitement and anticipation. You're wrong, your again. Your body I'd anticipating the sex. Poetic. Shakespearean, in fact. I also like roleplay. Hey, that's where you dress up and pretend to be Chris Hansen arresting me. It's a big fetish. Babe, 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 babe. My cute ass little baby girl. How many days have passed since he said, we can only be friends. This is illegal. This is bad. This will fuck me up if it ever got out. I can't do this. And then he immediately goes into, babe, 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 let me suckle your nipples. Man, he really knows what to say. I ran out of toilet paper while taking a shit at the auntie's house. Hey, now I'm starting to get a little hot and bothered if I'm being honest. This guy's just smooth. The amount of times he's told me about his shits that he's taken, sent me a picture of his shit, how can I not start to fall in love, you know what I mean? Such a sassy little shit. I love it. Come to your house, climb through your window, and kiss your cute ass passionately. That's the only solution. Alright, climbing in like the tooth fairy, but instead of leaving money under the pillow, he leaves a little kiss. A little nibble on the ear. Maybe suckle on the toes a bit. Whoa, what the fuck? Handcuff you, throw you in the back of my car, and bring you back to my dungeon. That got really intense super quick. What's brewing? If I'm being honest, it's that I can't wait to feel how tight your vagina is. Cock is really hard. That's how it gets when guys get horny. Ugh. He's really gone in hard now. He's fucking firing in the turbo boosters here. Before it was like, oh, I can't wait to just put my hands over your eyes and say, hello, surprise. Right into, fucking how tight is that pussy? My rock hard dick is about to burst. Ugh, you even have me jerking off. Damn you. He's shaking his fist in the air while he's jerking off. And God damn you. Fuck. Why have you done this? Oh, okay, hold on. I just read that. Let me just make sure there's nothing there. Hold on. I'm not taking any chances here. Oh, he actually sent his cock. Oh, God. What is happening? He's going wild in the text messages now. Fuck. He's busted nuts twice in a single text string? Lord. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna send it on Instagram. It's not letting me send videos here. What the fuck? That's cum, babe. I hope he, like, came into a glass or something, or like a petri dish and stirs it around like a whole lesson. Ah, madame, this is splooge. Also known as semen. Many other names. Basically, whenever it feels so good to the point where I can't take it anymore, that's what happens, yes. The milk, the cream. Holy shit. You weren't kidding. This is really, like, fucking bad. And then the fact that he actually shows up, this is actually horrible. Oh no! He's becoming self-aware! He starts to recognize, like, shit, these could actually be screenshotted. Oh, and then from that concern, immediately back into, like, playing the health teacher. I know your body is growing and starting to develop. That's why I agreed to this. I want to be your first, little cute ass. Want to bend you over my table and oh! Just want to throw you on my bed and lick you up. Oh! What the fuck? This is worse than like 50 Shades of Grey writing, and that shit's horrible. They unironically use the term like sodden panties in that book. What do you think about that? I like that conclusion, as if you just dropped the mic. Yes, I want to fuck your fucking butthole. I want to butt fuck your pussy. So what do you think? Will you invest in my company? Like it's Shark Tank? That's probably the face he made when he went to meet her in person, and it was just two dudes with a camera. That's probably the exact face he wore right there. That's like a YouTube shocked thumbnail. Of course, real vaginas don't produce lube. Is he a virgin? It's not like vaginas are just dry. It's not like sticking your cock into like sandpaper. Maybe he just means like it doesn't produce Astroglide or something, like a specific lube brand. Like they don't have like a, it's not like Spider-Man's webs, like in the Amazing Spider-Man where you have to like put new web slingers in there for vaginal lube. But vaginas actually do get lubricated themselves. They're like a self-lubricating apparatus, really. Kiss your daddy goodnight. Sleep tight, princess. So this is when he finally started to believe this could all be a fucking setup. As if there wasn't an entire fucking 3 seasons of an extremely popular show all about this exact same thing. Even being fully aware of this very real possibility. Literally for like the 10,000th time in this conversation. Yeah, I guess every time he busted a nut, he started to realize this could all be fucking fake and a setup. But then after post-nut clarity faded away, he went right back to the, let me suck your fucking toes and take a shit.
Here, he doesn't want to be.
Let's go have a talk. How about on that bench right there? Okay. Okay.
Can we give him a lav mic so we get better audio? Let's really go in here. Put this on, EDP.
Right here? Coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
Oh, okay.
There was...
Do they sell
that
cupcakes
That was...
in this driveway?
Because I'm...
Oh, okay. So you should title a video instead of, your video almost threw hands with a 13-year-old. You should title your video almost hands with a 13-year-old. I think that'll get a lot of hits, EDP.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is you.
Good one. So he's got like a whole little
Right.
Okay. All right.
routine
So,
prepared.
What made you? So you initiated conversation with a 13-year-old knowing she was 13. Yes or no?
Correct.
Okay. So is that a good?
That guy in the background's trying so hard to
Okay.
seem like he's not
So,
listening.
You've been exposed for this before,
Correct.
and you called them. But this is damning.
Right.
This is. I had to make sure myself. Do you recognize me?
No.
Okay. I had to make sure myself.
Well, that didn't really work. You don't have the Chris Hansen prestige yet.
School, me and my friend Keisha,
Do you know who I am? Nope.
Hilarious, man.
Okay, that hurt.
Sad.
I appreciate it, man.
What I don't understand, why are you attracted to like 13-year-olds? Like, why are you attracted to underage?
That's a good question,
You
yes.
clearly said
Why do you like children?
In one of the
Asking the hard-hitting
screenshots
questions.
that you've always wanted to be with someone younger. Like you like cops.
Right, right.
Like, what goes through your head? What
They
goes
should have
through
rehearsed a little bit like what they want to ask.
real, man.
What goes on?
So why are you a pedophile?
Is loneliness, dude. I'll be completely honest with you, man.
Do
I'm
what
not-
Chris Hansen does. He does a really good job with
Like,
interviews.
let me, because we're not like that. We're not like that. We're not attracted to minors.
Bro, come on, man. You know exactly what it is, dude. But
No,
Are you a
we're
pedophile?
attracted to we're attracted to female our own age, dude.
let this be
is
known. Let this be known. I am not a.
So what are you? What are you? If you're here to meet up with a 13-year-old girl after sending
He hit it up like it was a catchphrase. Hey, not a pedophile.
A guy that is.
But we can't forward this to cops because
Yeah, absolutely.
most definitely this is not your first time either, right?
Right.
This is absolutely not
Whoa.
something you've done this.
This is actually This actually is my first time.
You just said it wasn't your first.
Yeah, that was
Now you say
that.
second.
That was a bit rough on that one,
The
EDP.
first time was
You've done this before, yes.
so you
But I
know
mean,
about
no,
the 15-year-old,
though.
right?
Yeah.
So now, as far as the whole fantasy goes, you know what I mean? Let's be real, okay? You know what I mean?
Like,
What-
that's the part
what does
where
that
I'm
mean?
like,
Stop saying you know what I
genuinely
mean.
don't know what you mean.
Sexual fantasies, that's what I mean.
Okay, so sexual, and I'm not calling you the P word, if you know what I'm talking.
Look at these screenshots.
I'm not calling you the P word.
Yeah, but you know what I
but
mean.
Do you fantasize about females under the age of 16? Yes or no? Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
What are you doing? Holy shit.
You fantasize about a 13-year-old, correct? Yes or no? Okay.
Holy
So,
shit.
if-
This is
right.
fucking rough.
Like,
Holy
second time.
shit.
I know, but you said earlier it was your first time. Like,
Okay.
Oh my god.
So we'll get to that. So you said, so 13 is the fantasy. Like for me, okay, 18. I think there's hot 18-year-olds. I wouldn't do anything with a 17-year-old.
Right.
But there's hot 17-year-olds.
Right.
But I don't go, yeah, when I see a 17-year-old. I'm just like, I can't do it. Like it's just not right.
What
But-
what are you
what
what are you going on
that
about?
Makes you go,
Maybe about 7 months ago.
This is just an extremely long confession. He doesn't he's
So
not
what
fighting
did you
any of
do-
this.
So what was it that made you realize?
Holy
like,
shit.
For example, it's a bad analogy. You know, like if there's a hot 19-year-old into me, I'm like, oh, awesome. But if there's
What
like
are you talking?
I shouldn't say there's such thing as a hot 12-year-old, but if there's a 12-year-old into me, a 13-year-old,
Jesus Christ.
I would never. So what makes it okay to you for you to come here?
It doesn't make it okay. I'm
Right.
just being honest with you. The screenshots, of course, I did. I mean,
but like, why would you send it to a 13-year-old? Like, and that proves that you were turned on by it.
Well, he
Oh,
said that a million
you were turned
times.
on,
We
like,
we
you
we
sent
know
a
that.
graphic photo.
Because you were hard when you were doing. Obviously, yes or no. So
you can't.
He said that millions of times. I read
What were
it.
you gonna do when you came here?
I felt like I knew his cock pretty well by the end of those messages.
Honestly,
Chris Hansen did it very well. Chris Hansen was a beautiful weapon against pedophiles, but YouTubers are not. Like, the only reason this video even surfaced is because they were finally able to get full ads on it. If this video never got ads, this wouldn't have even come out. They would have just let it ride, or let it die. They're really just in it for, like, views to exploit bad people like EDP. This one seems staged. Okay, I can tell you this one is definitely not staged because his entire YouTube career has ended. This one is definitely not one of those fake ones. I can assure you of that. Like, even the interview it's not even an interview. The questions are, so you're a pedophile. Why? I also like hot girls, but if they're 17, it's like, they're hot, but, you know, I can't do that. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, you should have just taken Chris Hansen's script. You know, not this. Did they call the cops? That's what I don't know. Like, I don't know if they even get law enforcement involved. If you take their word for it, they do. But I don't know. I don't know enough about them, so I couldn't tell you yes or no. I would hope so. Like, if they went through all this effort, did a full investigation, and didn't give it to authorities, they should also be at some level responsible for, like, endangering minors to allow someone like that to continue doing their shit. So I would think that it would go to law enforcement at some point.
But this isn't the first minor you've talked to before, correct?
right.
And there was more than one minor.
Holy
because
shit.
Last summer, I've had all these females reach out to me about you, and you know, at first I was like, okay, attention. Honestly, I was. But then I see more and more and more, and I see you saying, if anybody finds out about this, you're gonna
Oh,
be
what
big
a
trouble.
good way of
I'm
looking
trying
at
to
that. Hey,
educate them. That's why
I
I'm
was
not gonna end well.
manipulated and
So,
abused by this
again,
guy. Attention
what's
whore.
the ballpark number of how many minors you talked to? Like, you know, obviously it's been 5, so after 5, what would you say the number is?
6.
6? 6 minors. Name them.
Sick.
Let's see.
Holy
What's the Sophie?
shit.
There's what was her name?
Is he just making this up? Because he's like
No.
actively making everything worse. I feel like he's just making up names.
Like, yo, what the dude? Like, real talk, man.
Obviously, you didn't go what the F because you're talking to a 13-year-old.
Right.
I believe you did know her age before, yes or no?
Wrong.
How old was the girl?
Which one?
This is unreal.
Talking about right now.
What about the cameo?
The
I
camera.
believe. Oh, you in the cameo one, right?
The one where you talked about
The boyfriend
you
hit
asked
you up
her
for the
to
cameo.
Send you private.
He's the prime Matt.
Probably 14, maybe 15. I'm not sure. But that was
number 2.
Seeing this really makes me appreciate Chris Hansen's work even
You
more.
do explain why you find her attractive, but I was just trying to.
I guess I never even stopped to consider how hard it must be to do something like this.
Girl number 3, girl number 4.
This is so long for no reason. They're saying nothing. They're not actually interviewing him.
In all these situations where you're in
Okay,
a
I'm
bad
just gonna skip a
position
little
with
bit.
these
Do you guys mind if I
underage
skip a little bit? This is
It's not
this
a
is
one-time
really
mistake
bad.
Like I thought it was last summer.
You're soliciting child photos from this girl. That's another charge. You know that, right? No. Do you know how many charges you did here today? 3. More than that.
What, you counted them like Pokemon cards? Three charges, collecting them all?
2 counts of graphic photos. You asked for graphic photos from this girl, and you came here to engage in sexual activity with a 13-year-old.
Well, hold on. This is like an actual question.
You're
Like
looking
this
at
this
a
is
whole
actually
bunch
hitting
of
him
all
with
of them are
something.
felonies, by the way.
Actually
They're
something.
not misdemeanors. They're not infractions.
Hold on, let me see where this goes.
They're felonies. So
So you were also a little bit submissive to her, yes or no?
so what else?
You were a little bit submissive to her, yes or no?
I was.
Do you like being? Do you have a fantasy? So you did make you fantasize about 13-year-olds, yes or no? Okay. Do you also fantasize?
This guy's like the only guy that's actually
a little bit, yes or no?
trying to go somewhere with
So
this.
what about a 13-year-old?
And you have the audacity to say, "Please don't do this." Are you serious? We should be asking you, please don't do this to minors.
I
We should
mean,
be not doing this to minors.
he's like that guy or the girl in Game of Thrones walking around with the bells. Shame. Shame.
Apartments?
He's calling a friend right now.
Yeah, he's at the apartments.
Well, yeah, he needs to get picked up.
Right now, Philip.
Just please come.
What are you panicking for? He's clearly calling a friend to get the fuck out of there. He's trying to get extracted from the mission.
Right by the jacket.
Okay, please come quick. He's calling. It looks like he's calling some backup. Okay, all right.
Oh, this guy sucks. Looks like he's calling some backup.
So be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. We have a ton of new viewers. It'll help us a ton. We flew.
I knew there was
going to
be a subscriber call to action.
EDP. So be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Okay. So, that is fucking rough. That was a lot worse than I thought it'd be. EDP got fucking blasted. Yeah. The investigation, I think, was a very good thing done by very bad people. I did also see this one. The things this guy says are really bad. Like, racist, all kinds of horrible shit from this guy. And a lot of people have taken note of it, but not everyone. I don't think this guy should be gaining so many subs for this shit. He did a good thing, and he tried his best to make a lot of money off it and capitalize on it, constantly calling for subscribe actions, refusing to post the video till it has full ads. So, I think the guy sucks, but what he did was good. And when he's talking to this guy in particular, he keeps talking about how... So, I'll break it down. The guy here is suicidal. He gets caught and he starts talking about how he's suicidal, he's tried to kill himself a couple of times, and in response, this guy says, you can't kill yourself because you're Jewish. That'd be a hate crime. What are you, some kind of Jewish Nazi? And then he keeps saying that for like 5 minutes. Like, that's his whole joke. He has like a little stand-up routine about why this guy shouldn't kill himself because he's Jewish. It's horrible. I actually, before finishing this up, I do want to look them up one more time. They claim that they've done this before, and the chat has told me that they've had people arrested. I want to see that. Okay, let me just immediately show you why I doubt that these guys actually care and are doing this for a good cause. Just going to their website. This is the first thing. Before you get anything else, you get payment plans. This is fucked up. So now where can I find out their track record? Have they actually gotten bad people off of the streets? Or do I have to pay to get that information? Holy shit. Making merch for hunting pedophiles. That's so weird. What does that merch even consist of? It's gonna be like one of those, like, cool dad shirts, like, I'm a veteran, I didn't fight in wars for you to look at my daughter, I'll put you in the ground. It's gonna be like one of those. I hunt pedophiles for views on YouTube. Or for money on YouTube, excuse me. At least Anxiety War, I do know the channel. At least they seem to actually want to do something good. And being successful is just, it came with the turf for them. Like Chris Hansen. Though I wouldn't really compare Anxiety War to Chris Hansen, but what I'm saying is at least they seem to be in it for a good reason. And there's also no information on the site except for buying things. I just wanted to know, do they have any proof that their investigations and this content they've made has actually gotten anyone arrested, put away, off the streets, anything? A lot of you said that they did, so I'm just wondering where you found that information. Who wouldn't want to walk around with a shirt that says Predator Poacher, Hunters Club? That'd be pretty cool. Ah, so the first thing that comes up when I look this up, vigilante investigation creates issues for prosecuting cases. Talking about the Predator Poachers. Ah, wonderful. There's not a lot that the police can do to sanitize a bad investigation from a legal perspective. So they actively made it difficult to prosecute a pedophile. They're doing the opposite of helping. Yes, here's the main difference. Something I talk about. Things like To Catch a Predator is done in collaboration with the law enforcement. So that way it's done in the right way so that they can actually face legal ramifications. Okay, so here's a positive one. I don't know if this is the same group because the guy behind it asked to be uncredited and unnamed, which does not sound like the Predator Poacher guy at all. But a vigilante predator hunter got 2 people arrested, and one of the charges stuck. I don't think this is the same group though because the guy explicitly asked to not be named. Whereas this guy wants all of the limelight possible for as much money as possible. So I don't even know if that's the same guy. But if it is, something has really changed along the way. That was in March of last year. Yeah, the benefit here is, as opposed to the other ones, EDP was a public figure that was preying on children. So even if he doesn't get any legal charges, which I think the evidence is there that should work, even if he doesn't, he's now lost the platform where he was preying on kids. So that in and of itself is a good thing. I would normally agree with that, Nobud, but the thing is he was using his public platform to prey on people. So he should be publicly shown in this light. So that way people can avoid him. I think that is very much the right way of handling this case in particular to make it all public. I don't think anyone's sympathizing with the Predator. It's really just a matter of the person who caught the Predator is so unlikable that you can't help but mention it when talking about the story. I really don't think there's anyone on EDP's side. Everything he said and did is deplorable. But when you have the guy who caught the Predator saying, like, quickly get here, he's calling for backup, you can't help but be like, holy shit, not only is the pedophile evil, but this guy's also evil. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard to just focus on one guy when they're both bad.